very warm welcome to all our viewers out here. You're logged on to Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.ThePapare.com. As you can see, we are here in the heart of the country, Kandy, for the Asia Western Club Champions League final showdown. Kandy Sports Club taking on Bahrain Rugby Football Club in this final encounter. As you can see on your screens, both teams doing their final warm-up sessions. It's going to be an interesting evening of rugby, with Kandy Sports Club looking for their first Asia Western Club Champions title here in Nithavala. Joining me in commentary is Romario De Silva. Romario, tight contest here for Kandy Sports Club, but how will the hosts fight and get this one through?
Yes, good evening everybody, and thank you Inshaf. I think it'll be a tough encounter for Kandy, as we can see the confirmations of the two teams. Kandy SC taking on Bahrain Rugby Football Club in the decide of the Asia Rugby Western Club Rugby Tournament. I think Kandy coming in with a strong outfit. I think it should be a good tight encounter here, as both teams, as we can see, the Bahrain team heading into the sheds, and Kandy, the coach, laying down the law for the final time, telling his team what they need to be doing.
Exactly. I think they've played this tournament in two early occasions, and they've not been able to end up in the winning side. And this time around, Coach Vijay Singh wants that trophy. He's confident and he has faith in his teammates. While they make a sudden change, I think it's Gayan Weeraratne comes in to the side, the usual skipper for this year. Gayan Weeraratne will take charge of the Kandy team, so it's going to be an interesting encounter. We will have the points table of the Asia Western Club Champions League in a short while, but going into the going into the kickoff, Romario, your thoughts? Kandy Sports Club has a very young team. They've got the services of young players such as Heshan Jansen, Shanushka Bevikrama, and Lakshya Ranavira, who were impressive against the Harley Queens. Do you think they'll make a good impact in their second time in the Kandy jersey?
Yes, I think second time around they should have a bit of experience under their belt, and they will be looking to correct the mistakes they did from last week, and they'll be looking to step up their game, get it one level up, as we see the Kandy SC team card. If you would run us through, Inshaf.
Exactly. Ashan Darling, the new signing for Kandy Sports Club, starting in the prop position. Damit Disanayaka, last week's captain, who drew it against the Harley Queens. Ganuka Disanayaka, Sayur Anthony, Dimitri Vijayatunga, Tanu Chaturanga, Asita Ratnayaka, Heshan Silva, Sanushka Bevikrama at scrum half, Arsha Jamaldin retains at fly half, and they have under the Vilvera. Gayan Weeraratne comes into the side in center, Oshan Pereira, Lavanga Pereira, and Tilna Vijay Singh.
Yes, and we can see the Bahrain RFC team card. David Tui, the New Zealander, who will be playing as a prop, along with Oliver Sanson, Richard Muncaster, Mark Burnell, Jonathan Kenny, Richard Wilkinson, Alistair Comby, and Jack Sale. His brother will be on the bench today, Max Sale. As we see the line, Robert Bennett, Luke Radley, Graham Bishop. Graham Bishop will be the captain of the team, playing on the wing. He's an experienced head, along with Adam Wallace, David Evans, Denny Morat, and Ivan Phillips. I think this is a strong Bahrain outfit, and I think they will be coming here to Sri Lanka to secure their title, as we see the reserves lineup.
There you go, Kandy Sports Club, Piumal Manchanayaka, Yakubali, Lasdatanagoda, Sashika Javadana, Uchita Jayasuriya, and new in Kingswood captain Heshan Jansen and Lakshya Ranavira, along with Diluksha Dange makes the Kandy replacements, while for Bahrain it will be Lindsay Gibson, Matthew Mackey, Max Sale, Rice Fitzgerald, Shane Stapleston, and Joel Lewis in that reserve lineup. So plenty of experience when it comes to Kandy Sports Club, as well as the Bahrain team. They've got experienced campaigners, right, like Max Sale as well as Lindsay Gibson. So it's going to be an even contest going towards the 60-70 minute when the replacements come into tact for the two teams.
Yeah, I think on the bench, if you look at the substitutes, Kandy have a clear edge, with Bahrain incidentally fielding just 6 substitutes. So I'm sure the starting lineup, a few players will have to put in a full shift. But saying that, I think Bahrain RFC would not want to give anything away as we see the points table.
Exactly, as you can see, the Abu Dhabi Harlequins have played 2 games and won one and drew last week against Kandy Sports Club, that game ending 29-all. So they take the lead, and Kandy Sports Club here in second place and Bahrain RFC at third. So Kandy Sports Club need to win this game as well as get a bonus point, that is to score 4 tries or more in this encounter and win the game with a difference of more than 4 points. So that's how it will go on for the Kandy Sports Club team if they want to win this here in Nithawala, the Asia Western Club Champions League. So that is a gamble for the Kandy team, and it's going to be referee Norman Drick who will be taking on officiating duties for the Kandy side.
Giving his hardcore training to the youngsters.
Yes, and we can see the Bahrain RFC team all in the huddle. Final words said, and I'm sure they'll be here to play as Kandy will be kicking off from left to right on your screen.
There you go, the kickoff. Jamaldeen kicks this one towards the left side of the field.
A good high hanging kick there. It was contestable, but unfortunately Gayan Veeratna was bumped off it, and now Bahrain with the ball. The first hit up. They take it up and set it in center field. Looking to the scrum half, looking to marshal the forwards, and now he'll kick from the base.
Not the best of kicks, goes into the hands of Vilvera. Vilvera sends it out to Vijay Singha. Vijay Singha with the long throw out to his other counterpart, Pereira. Pereira looks for options. He go out, tries to pass, but tries to go on his own, and is bundled into touch. So even exchanges in the first passage of play for both teams, Kandy and Bahrain.
Yes, I think Bennett Robert will not be happy with his first kick from the base, but saying that, now it's Bahrain with the ball again. The line out not going straight in, and so now Kandy will have the option of scrum or a line out, and they call for the scrum. So this will be the first attacking option for Kandy. A scrum inside the Bahrain RFC half, and I'm sure they will be looking to run as we see the three-quarter line lined up. Jamaldeen at first receiver, Gayan Veeratna, and can see the win-3 Lavanga right behind Jamaldeen. So I think they will be looking to run and spread the ball wide.
Heshan Jansen with the feed, and looks like referee isn't too happy.
Yes, the referee calls for a scrum reset as there seem to be quite a lot of power coming in from David Tui on this near touch line. The big man from New Zealand has applied his trade in Australia as well, and now with this Bahrain RFC team, I think it'll be a good game for Ganuka Disanayaka. He will have to up his game if he's to have any chance against this big man. And now the ball creeps out, and Bahrain on the attack. Kandy will have to get their line organized as they do. And a high tackle, yes, a high tackle by Anuruddha Vilvera. The first penalty of the game going against Kandy SC. And now it'll be interesting to see what Bahrain SC decide. Yes, they seem to be going for touch. And it'll be the fullback, Ivan Phillips, who will search for touch, but unfortunately he does not find touch. And now Tilina Vijay Singha sends it out to winger Lavanga. He gives it to Gayan, and now a man on the outside.
Oshan kicks this one through. It He doesn't collect the ball. Ivan collects the ball finally. So now here comes the Bahrain players on the counter attack. There are men on the outside. Bundled in by the Kandy players. Ball still with the Bahrain team. And here they come forward. Once again, tackle coming through from Kandy.
Bahrain lad tried to throw a pass, but unfortunately the referee calls for a knock-on. And now again a scrum in a similar sort of area, but this time a bit more central and right in front of the posts. And now a centre field scrum for Kandy. What will they try to do this time? I think before anything they will need the scrum half to feed the ball and get it out.
I think Coach Vijay Singh has made a last-minute change in the lineup. They've included Heshan Jansen in the 9 jersey. So that's his first game starting for Kandy Sports Club, as Kandy managed to hold on to that ball. Heshan Kalhara stuck in the forwards. Good contest coming in from the Bahrain players, but they managed to hold on. But referee has his hand up, so offside says the referee, and Kandy Sports Club have their first penalty. What will they do here, Romario?
I think it will be a kick at goal. Yes, it's a no-brainer. Tilna Vijay Singh opts for the kick at goal. It's right in front of the upright, and I think it should be a straight kick for Tilina. But saying that, you wouldn't want to get the mockers on him early on.
I think it's well in range in Vijay Singh's kicking territory. I think he's kicked much difficult ones in the earlier game, and shouldn't be a problem for the 23-year-old Vijay Singh for Kandy Sports Club.
Yes, so there you go, the first points of the day off the boot of Tilina for Kandy SC. That takes a score 3-0 in favor of Kandy, and now I think the Bahrain team will look to get things going off the kickoff right away, as it's fly half Luke Radley to kick off to restart.
And not the best of restarts for the Bahrain team, that cleanly going out into touch, so it will be a scum on the 50-meter line. Clearly things not working in favor of Bahrain. But speaking of Bahrain, they've already lost their encounter against the Harlequins, but they had a good encounter. Radley, their playmaker, was the top scorer on that day. But moving into conditions here in Nitawala, what do you think will trouble the Bahrain team most, Romario?
I think altitude might play a factor, but you never know, as Jansen feeds a scrum on the 50-meter line. Another scrappy scrum there. The number 8 not being able to get the ball out first time, as another penalty comes here for Kandy. The front row illegal scrummage in.
It's a 50-meter penalty here for Kandy, and it's an interesting call as to what Captain Gahan Viratna will opt to. Yes, he goes back to his reliable Veera Singh, as Tilna Veera Singh will try his luck in kicking a 50-meter penalty. I think he's no, in fact, they've chosen otherwise, as Veera Singh goes in for touch. They bought the kicking tee in as well, and that there goes a lengthy kick into touch. Kandy clearly going into the attacking territory.
So I think that's a great kick there by Tilna. And now Kandy inside the Bahrain 22 for the first time in this game. They will be hoping the forwards be able to win this line out. And again, Lavanga Pereira lining in right behind Arshad Jamaldeen, as Kandy cough up the line out. I think that'll be a bit of a concern. The first line out in the opposition red zone being coughed up. And now the scrum half will look to clear off the base. which he does, and Lavanga collects well. He tries to get away but fails, and now Kandy reset.
Support coming in. Kanukurisanak acting as a scrum off. Here comes Vijay Tingo. He fends off one. He goes into contact, and now ball still with Kandy as Tarun Chaturanga tries to run zigzag through the Bahrain opponents. Puts in the little kick there. Jansen.
Yes, and Bahrain, no messing around. They take it quickly, and it is kicked back to Thilina. Now with a chance to run. He opts to go on the short side, and he's tackled by his opposite number. And now Bahrain win the penalty for the Kandy forwards, sealing the contest off, and they seem to be a very happy bunch as the noise levels increase. And now it'll be Phillips again to find touch, and this time he finds touch, and now it'll be Bahrain on the attack, just a meter or so out from the Kandy 22.
It'll be hooker Oliver Sanson taking in throwing in duties for the Bahrain side. They're missing the usual hooker Lindsay Gibson, who's out due to injury, and Bahrain managed to hold on to that line out. Made a bit of a mess there in the. And here comes Bahrain progressing on to the attacking 22-meter line. Now momentum is with the Bahrain players, but good tackle coming in from Kandy. And long pass to Ivan. Ivan is taken down. And here comes a support. Going on the blind side. Fends off one, but doesn't manage to pass that one through. But Bahrain making progress onto the try line.
Yes, that was Bishop, the captain, bumping off the first, and now Phillips with the ball. He looks to bundle his way over the touchline, over the try line, but unfortunately fails. And now this time they get the try. That's the loose forward, rather the tight head prop, Richard Muncaster, and that's the first try for Bahrain.
I think easy going there for Muncaster. He saw the gap. There you go on your screen. Easy going for
Bishop, the captain, bumping off the first, and now Phillips with the ball. He looks to bundle his way over the touchline, over the try line, but unfortunately fails. And now
this time they get the try. That's
the line out. Their forwards did well to collect the overthrow and reset it, and a couple of passes to your right and back to their left, and this time they score. And it'll be Phillips with the conversion. On the favored angle for the right foot kicker. Yes, and it's over. Oh, in fact, yes, it was. Now it's over. Now the flags go up, and so it's a 7-pointer for Bahrain RFC as they regain the lead in this match.
Exactly. I think the ball bounced on the uprights before going out. So 7 points. Bahrain lead Kandy Sports Club. But mind you, Kandy Sports Club in the earlier match as well, they bounced back in the second half. They had a pretty decent first half, but it was the second half that was key for the Kandy Sports Club team.
Yes, and
Jamaldin kicks things off.
Well collected there by the forwards, and now Shramov sets and he kicks off the base. Not a good kick again. Jansen collects it well, looks to weave his way through, but fails. And now again, Kandy look to go on the attack. Numbers on the outside. Here goes Wilbur, but he's caught unfortunately, and there seemed to be a definite hand in the ruck, but the referee lets it go. And now back to Jamaldin. He looks to spread it wide. Gives it to Thilina Vijayasinghe. He steps on the gas, but unfortunately he's caught. He had the man outside. Instead he decided to take contact, and now there seemed to be a contest on the floor. Yes, and there seemed to be a good contest, but the referee said there was a hand in the ruck, and now Kandy win another penalty.
It'll be an interesting choice. Kandy's captain looking at Vijay Singh for options. It'll be interesting to see if they could kick this one through and cut the deficit to just 1 point, but they could also try and go for the touch kick. But it looks like Veeratna has made the right decision, and Kandy Sports Club will try to cut the deficit to 1 point. As still Vijay Singh will take this penalty kick.
Yes, just as the penalty was won, there was a change in the Bahrain RFC. Number 19 coming on. We are not too sure for whom Fitzgerald came on. In fact, it's for Adam Wallace. And Adam Wallace was nursing his a bit of a knee injury. And now the physio has decided to take him out. I think going back to the call on the referee, the player was in good contest, but unfortunately he lost his feet and he did not release the ball, and hence the referee blew for hands in the ruck as Vijay Singh kicks it clean, but unfortunately it drifts just wide, and now it will be a 22 dropout for Bahrain RFC.
Vijay Singh's kick missing the post by a few inches as fly half Radley kicks things off from the 22 meter. He goes deep with his kick, collected cleanly from Jansen. Here comes Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh was brilliant early in the day in the first match as well for the team. Jansen going for Heshan Kalhar.
He bumps off the first man, but is brought down in the second tackle. Kandy back again on the attack. Good handling there by the forwards, but a bit isolated. But they somehow managed to keep hold of ball as Kandy take it back again into attack. And this time, again, they win the penalty. Bahrain RFC for Kandy sealing the ruck.
Continuous errors coming in from Kandy. I think that's affecting their game. They've rarely made it through the attacking 22-meter line, while Bahrain has always opted to play beyond the 50-meter line. So that's...
Yes, Ivan goes for the touch finder. Missed on the first occasion, but this time around he manages to take his team inside the Kandy 22. It'll be good to see what Bahrain RFC do from this line out inside the Kandy SC 22. Yes, they set the maul. The maul seems to be going steady, going forward.
Bahrain clearly are the heavier pack in this contest. Maul still going forward, making progress. Are the Bahrain forwards? Looks like they're through. Just a few meters to clear.
Yes, and now the arms out for a penalty. And the scrum half takes it quickly, and now again Kandy are penalized for not 10 meters, and now David goes over for the second try. A lovely try there. First the maul, it was all done by the forwards, and Davis Tui himself scores a forward. I think Kandy will not be happy with how their pack did,
There
as
you
we
go.
see.
There you go on your replay screens. So 2 tries coming in quick succession for the Bahrain players as Ivan Phillips readies himself for the conversion. With this gone through, they'll be 14 points up, and it will be a tough climb for Kandy Sports Club.
Yeah, I think Kandy switched off a bit after the missed kick by Tilina. He tried to run the dropout, which he failed. And now Phillips gets it through with ease. Bahrain leading 14 points to 3.
But I think hope is still with the home club. I think fans are still with the belief that their club could fight this one through. Mind you, in the Harlequins match, Kandy were trailing by 2 tries, but at the end of the day, they managed to get a last-minute breather to draw that one earlier last week, right here in Nithavala. It was ThePapare who is currently playing as at wing three-quarter who scored that last-minute try for Kandy Sports Club.
Yes, and this time around as well, they'll be hoping for something similar. Jamaldeen with a high hanging kick. Unfortunately, Suhiru Anthony did not manage to collect it. And now Bahrain set again. Well. There is a penalty for Kandy. The referee saying the forwards of Bahrain joined the ruck incorrectly. And now it'll be decision time. This time they decide to go for touch.
Decent kick from Vijay Singh takes his team into that 22-meter line. It'll be interesting to see. I think they've not had the best of line-outs so far. Damit Dissanayake could not get the first line-out in favor of Kandy, so it'll be crucial that Dissanayake gets this one through. He had a pretty decent day earlier last week.
Yeah, saying that Oliver failed with his first throw, but managed to get the second one on target and got a try as well for Bahrain, as Damit this time goes deep. And now Kandy have set them all, and they seem to be going forward pretty smoothly.
Dissanayake, the ball carrier, moving forward. Bahrain slowly trying to counter that maul, but Kandy still in position. But held up, says the referee, so they'll have a scrum down in the 5-meter line. A good effort coming in from the Kandy forwards. They knew they were not the heavier pack, but they outplayed their opposition quite well, Romario.
Yeah, they got the roll on early on, and there was no stopping them from then on. As we can see a bit of words being exchanged there between Ganuka and his opposition prop, but nothing more than that, as Jansen now looks to feed the 5-meter scrum.
Crucial feed for Jansen in his first match, as Dimitri Vijayatunga breaks through, fends off one, goes into contact. Kandy needs quick ball in this position.
Yes, and now the referee is out with his arm as well for an advantage, as Kandy look to go the opposite side. Or do they? Yes, they do. The forwards pick and go.
Ball
and now
comes out.
Jansen gives it to Dimitri. He tried to barge his way through, but failed. This time again, the Kandy forwards go in, but does the referee say it's a try? No, it's not. It's held up, and now he brings back play for the penalty. The flanker was not binding correctly, so the referee goes back for the penalty in favor of Kandy. Again, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do from this.
From the outside, I think it looked like Kandy almost made it, but then to the referee, I think referee Norman Trick was quite not happy with the grounding. So Kandy once again, this time around, taking the quick tap. As here comes Tarun Chaturanga. And once again looking to drive from their forwards. Ganuka Dissanayake is caught in traffic.
No chance of going there through the big loose head prop, as Jansen now sends it to the line. Jamaldeen switches and he looks to run through, but with no chance, as now the opposition fly half has turned the ball, and now David, he bumps off the first tackler but gets caught in contact with the second, and now the scrum half of Bahrain looks to clear off the base, but saying that they win a penalty, hands in the ruck, and now the opportunity is gone back in there for Kandy. The second time, the second opportunity.
Very unfortunate there for Kandy's behalf. I think they had the opportunity, they had momentum, but they could not hold on to that opportunity. So Ivan Phillips will happily send his team out of danger, as he will kick this one to touch.
And a very good touch find there by Phillips, as He takes play 2 meters ahead of the 10-meter line, and now it'll be good to see what Bahrain do. They have a full line out, gets the line out correct, and now they give a short ball to the number 12 with a high tackle coming in. And yes, the referee says high tackle advantage is being played. And now they run. Fly half look to step. He stepped his way through, but unfortunately his offload went forward. But the referee brings play back for the high tackle penalty.
I think referee wants to have a small word with the captain. I think this is the second occasion that a high tackle has come from one of the Kandy players. So he has a word with skipper Veer Ratna, giving some words saying that let's keep the game neat and tidy, as Ivan Phillips once again with an opportunity to clear themselves out.
So line out cleanly won there by Bahrain, and they set up the maul again. Maul going nowhere as the scrum half feeds it to the fly half. He gives a no-look pass to the wintry quarter, and now he tried to get it through, but unfortunately. But saying that, the referee has gone for a knock-on, and unfortunately the final pass to the near wintry quarter was knocked back by Kandy, and when the opposition winger went to collect it, he knocked it on, and that's where the scrum is for Kandy. This won't be a easy scrum, and I think Kandy will look to clear it off first phase.
I think the Kandy team will clearly be in trouble if Bahrain concede another try or two with the scope of this match. Mind you, Kandy Sports Club, a win won't be enough for the Kandy team. They need to score 4 points as well as have a lead of 4 points as well, in fact 5 points as well, to win this championship. So it will be a tough task for the Kandians. They're coming here with a title contention in their mind, so it will be tough to see. It will be interesting to see how Kandy will play from this corner onwards.
Yes, and the referee there giving a slight breather for the players as they take in some fluids. It's not too hot here up in Nitawala, but the foreigners from Bahrain, I think they will be feeling a bit of heat.
I think the Bahrain players shouldn't have any problem getting accustomed to the weather conditions, as Jansen needs to clear this scrum as he sends the ball out to Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh does the needful, and a good clearance kick from Vijay Singh coming, taking them near the 10-meter line.
Yes, that was well done there by the scrum half and the fullback. They knew that they were stuck in the 5-meter line, did not take any risks, cleared it off first phase, and now it'd be Oliver to throw into the line out. A good steal there by the Kandy players, and now it's a ball with Kandy as Jansen, he gets the box kick in. Good deep kick and a lovely touch kick there. Bounces and goes into touch. Pressure back again on Bahrain RFC.
Kandy will need to contest this line out if they need to make something of that kick.
But saying that, it was not a good side there for the coach. Kandy not contesting inside the opposition 22 as the scrum half now kicks it. Thilen lets it bounce, gives it to Wilvera. He tries to put on the gas. He does. He steps outside, but unfortunately, he's not caught. And he goes over. Another lovely try there by Anuruddha Wilvera.
I think that is what we expect from the veteran. He took in 3 and sidestepped his way, and Anuruddha Wilvera brings in the first try, just as he did so last week against the Harlequins. The first try coming in favor of Kandy Sports Club. There you go on your screens. Wilvera stepping off one. He fends off the other one and then hits the afterburners to score that important try. So Kandy score their first try. You can see the excitement in his face.
Yes, that was a lovely run there. 3-4 defenders in front of him had no chance. He shrugged his way through. Well, I thought the opposition Winthree got him, but he managed to wriggle through that tackle as well. And now it will be Tilliner looking to make it a 7-pointer from the far touchline. It does look good, and yes, the flags go up, and now it'll be a very interesting game as the lead is cut to just 4.
There you go. I think that's what Anuruddha Wilvera brings into the table. His unique running pattern and the abilities to fend off any opposition. I think he was clearly the. I think Wilvera clearly was not the right. He couldn't find the opposition correctly, but luckily Wilvera had the pace to end up at the try line. So Kandy Sports Club come back into the game in the 25th minute of play.
Yes, and now it's just a 4-point game. As Luke kicks off, restart knocked forward there by Kandy, and now here goes the number 3, the big prop. He looks to get the offload but decides to hold it on, and now Bahrain back again on the attack straight away. There goes Bishop. He busts through 2-3 tackles, and now back again with the scrum half. He sends it to the blindside flank, and he takes a tackle and goes down. Bahrain seem to be attacking pretty well, and now they are with an advantage as well, as the referee shows his arm out for a penalty advantage. And yes, now he brings play back. Line offside by the Kandy defenders, as we can see the heat increasing between the two players as well.
I think Bahrain making the right decision to go for points, increasing their lead will be the best option, as it is a very kickable penalty for Ivan Phillips.
Ivan again hits the post, hits the upright, but manages to get it through. And now Bahrain stretches their lead back again to 7 points, 17 points to 10 in favor of Bahrain, with 10 minutes or so of play left in the first half. Jamaldin with the restart, he sends it high, well caught there by number 11 of Bahrain, and they set. But saying that, there has been an infringement and a penalty for sealing off this time by Bahrain, and now Kandy with the opportunity to kick to touch.
I think Kandy is clearly looking for those important tries if they need to win this game. They not only need to win this game, but also need to score those tries. So that's clearly the directive coming in from the bench as well, as Tilna Vijay Singh puts them once again in try scoring territory.
Yes, that was another lovely kick there by Tilina Vijay Singh. He carved off plenty of meters, and now Kandy back again in the Bahrain 22.
Dissanayake needs to get this line out correct and clear, and he does so as Kandy once again tried to maul, but maul has been suppressed by the Bahrain players, and here comes the forwards for Kandy. Rami Dissanayake going on his own, he needs support. Here comes the Chaturanga. Chaturanga makes a few meters. And Dimitri Vijayatunga. Good pressure coming in from Bahrain. Here comes Jansen. Jansen looking for Jamaldeen. And Jamaldeen sends it out wide. And the skipper sends a long pass to Pereira. Pereira has been taken down, but ball still is with Kandy.
I think Lavanka did well there to keep the ball in play. And now again, Kandy win a penalty. And they take a quick tap, and here comes Kandy again, another wave of attack.
They need to capitalize on to scoring points with this attack. Kandy once again using their forwards, progressing forward, but David Tui sending the man back to his tracks. Jansen looking for his options.
Yes, that was a huge tackle there by Tui. He pushed his opposition forward back, and now Jansen sends it back again to the line. Tilina looks for the drop goal, and he gets the drop goal. That is good, and that's well earned 3 points there by Kandy. They tried to go left, they tried to go right. The Bahrain defense held firm, and then the scrum half and the fullback decided enough is enough and we need points. And points is just what Tilina brought there with his drop goal. So now again the lead cut to just 4 points, and it'll be fly half Luke Radley to restart things with a little more than 8 minutes to go. Another good contest in kick, but unfortunately Bahrain, the player did not manage to hold on to it as Kandy secure possession.
Jansen sending out to reliable Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh, in fact it was Jamaldeen who kicks this one through. Phillips managed to collect the ball, and here comes Bahrain on the restart, on the counter attack.
He did very well there. He let the ball bounce and beat the first 2 tackles, and now again Bahrain near the 50-meter line go on the attack, but the ball is stolen unfortunately, but it was knocked on there again by Wilver as a switch there, but unfortunately the ball drops, and now the kick, well, it's fielded again. This is a bit of sloppy play by Kandy. They switched off, and now again Bahrain on the attack. The scrum half looks to go on the blind side, but he unfortunately knocks things on. No. It's a Kandy knock on, and now it will be a 5-meter scrum in favor of Bahrain.
Very unfortunate there for Robert Bennett, the scrum half. He didn't have any man. He saw the opportunity. He went forward. He looked for the offload, but the ball went forward. So unfortunately, chance gone begging for the Bahrain players.
Yes, in fact, if Robert looked on the opposite side, there were no defenders at all. But unfortunately, he went on the opposite side, looked to get the offload, as we can see here on the replay. Well, this is a replay early on, and now it will be Bahrain, Robert to feed the scrum, the 5-meter scrum. As we see, there seemed to be a bit of a change in the Kandy lineup, as Jack Sale tried to take the quick tap off the free kick, but wasn't on the mark, and now Bahrain goes for another scrum, another 5-meter scrum, as
I think Kandy have realized that there is an injury here for number 6. They're starting to Chaturanga as he leaves the field. They bring in the senior campaigner Sashik Javadana into the scrum. Long-standing player for Kandy Sports Club, Javadana.
I think this won't be too good sight for the player leaving. The season just around the corner. Unfortunately, he's leaving, clutching on to his hand as Robert feeds the scrum. The Bahrain scrum going forward, and Robert clears with the chance. There was a double pump there by the fly half, and he gets it over to the number 22. Well, that was Graham Bishop, and now again the big loose forward Jonathan Kenny sets it up. Scrum half Robert feeds it to the fullback. He sends a cutout pass, but unfortunately it was to nobody, and now the referee brings back play for the penalty. It will be interesting to see what the penalty is for.
I think the best option that Bahrain would have is to go for the points. I think with less than 5 minutes to go on the clock.
Yes, well, the penalty is for the scrum. Illegal scrummaging, and now it will be interesting to see what Bahrain decide. Well. They are going for another scrum. Not surprising, as they won the previous two scrums as well. They won a free kick off the first one and the penalty of the second one. And now it will be Roberts again to feed this 5-meter scrum. This time a long arm penalty there for early engaging, and now scrum half gives it to the fly half. He pops it back to the hooker. Seemed like a high tackle, and yes, the high tackle advantage is coming as Gayan, he looks to jack all over the ball. But now I think the referee might go to his cards, and yes, he does. It is a yellow card for Ganuka Disanayaka.
I think the card was coming for Kandy. He's the third infringement, third high tackle they've committed. So Ganuka Disanayaka will spend the rest of the first half in the sin bin, and Kandy will be compromised in the forwards. And Bahrain should try their luck, will try their luck in fact, and get a try just before the half-time whistle. All these pictures, of course, coming to you live courtesy of www.ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub.
Yes, and as the referee has a word with the Kandy captain, we can see another Bahrain player receiving some attention. I'm sure with just 6 men on the bench, they wouldn't want too many players leaving the field. Looks like a bit of a head injury assessment going right on the field. Yes, and Oliver seems to be heading out. Well, he looked to be heading out, but he has been stopped there again by the physio. And things seem to be good. And now, again, Bahrain opt for a scrum. Yes, we saw the Bahrain players when they were warming up as well. They did, the three-quarter line did a couple of moves, and I think now this will be a prime time if they are to execute one of them.
Exactly, as Suru Anthony and Lamang Osham Pereira joins in the scrum. They are playing with a man down in the scrum, so Kandy Sports Club will be now without a man in the three-quarter lineup. And here comes the fly half, sends it inside to the center.
The first time he went on the switch, but the second time around he went on the short ball, and now it's again with Roberts as he gives it away to his forwards, and now they're set for the pick and go. This is the second pick and go, this time David Tui. The third one there, and this time around will he be stopped? No, he won't. That's the third try for Bahrain RFC, right under the post there by Mark Burnell, and the third try coming with 3 minutes or so to go to the half time.
I think the game has just drifted in favor of Bahrain. I think Kandy Sports Club will clearly need to think about their strategies when they come back in the second half. They've had 37 minutes of play, and things clearly not going in favor of Kandy.
Yes, I think that that try as well was made by the forwards as fullback Phillips kicks it over, and that is the end of the first half.
I think an even contest here from Bahrain and Kandy, but at the end Bahrain were able to end up in the score line. Kandy Sports Club had the opportunities, had a few opportunities that they got in the middle stages of play, but they could not capitalize them and convert them to important points. So the first half going in favor of Bahrain. We have another half remaining to go as the scores read 24 points to 13 as Bahrain Sports Club lead against Kandy at halftime. Your thoughts, Romaru? Kandy Sports Club had about 3 opportunities well intact to score, but they unfortunately could not capitalize them and turn them into points.
Yeah, well, I think the Kandy pack seems to be feeling the less weight. Bahrain clearly the heavier pack here, and 2 tries were created by the Bahrain forward pack, and in fact finished by one by the loose head and one by the tight head. So the forwards doing the bulk of the scoring, and I think it'll be interesting to see how Kandy come back out. Will they make changes? Will they add some weight to the pack? It'll be interesting to see. We will go in for a short commercial break and be back with the second half.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහර ලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන්.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening in the transfer?
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
What's happening here? The chance for
technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The first rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
Stadium in the Asia Western Club Champions League. 24 points to 13 is the story here in this match involving Kandy Sports Club and Bahrain Rugby Football Club. Bahrain, of course, scoring those important tries and putting the host team, in fact, Kandy Sports Club, in trouble. Kandy Sports Club, of course, scoring off the efforts of Tarind Tilnavijay Singh and that only try coming off under the Wilveras. So, a lot to work for in this half for Kandy, while Bahrain RFC will look to take a win in this outing here in Kandy. They're coming here for the first time. Their veterans came here earlier in April. They also made a valuable contribution to the schools. In fact, Panadura Royal College received a donation of 100,000 courtesy of the veterans of the Bahrain RFC, which they are grateful for, as the Bahrain kick things off in the second half.
A good contestable kick there, but safely won by Kandy. And now Arshad Jamaldeen looked to go deep into touch, but unfortunately he screws it off his boot, and now it is taken back actually, and now it will be a line out in favor of Bahrain RFC, 5 meters out of the Kandy 22. I think Kandy won't be too happy with that first error they have made, but saying that Bahrain coughs up the line out as well.
As the scoreline reads 13-24, Kandy will need to score twice if they need to take control of the game.
Yes, and I think ideally Kandy will be looking for an early score, and if they manage to get an early score, I think things will get interesting. But Bahrain, on the other hand, would not look to let things loose and let things slip. Yes, we apologize for that slight interruption there, as still the scrum has not been set, so it will be Jansen to feed the Kandy scrum. And Kandy are still playing with a man down, as well, in fact, fly half Jamaldeen comes in to play flank. You don't see that too often, the fly half coming in, but now the number 8 gets it off to the scrum half, and he kicks. Well fielded there by the Bahrain full win 3/4, and now he's on his bike, but he's brought down there in a huge collision, as Bahrain now sends it off the fly half. He puts it on the boot. A good kick there, nobody sweep in, as Tilina is made to kick it out. Well, the Bahrain kick chaser is appealing for something, but the referee is consulting his AR, still consulting him, and well, the referee seems to be going to his pocket. It will be interesting to see what he does and why it is.
I think referee had a clear chat with referee Priyantha, and looks like it's a card coming in for Thilla Vijay Singh. We are yet not sure as to what the infringement was.
Yes, in fact, he had, I think he pushed the ball out with his hand deliberately, and that's why he got sent into the bin. That is quite a decision there to make, as Bahrain go straight to touch, and will be looking to go for the line out straight away, applying loads of pressure. Kandy playing with 13 men, in fact.
Kandy clearly missing the playmaker. Vijay Singh was the team's playmaker, and once again referee says the throw not straight, so Kandy have a chance to clear themselves out of danger, but the loss of Vijay Singh surely should affect the team.
Yes, I think Bahrain RFC will be extremely disappointed there with that line out, and now they have let Kandy loose, and now it's Kandy ball, as this time it's Captain Veeraratna who joins in to play flank. This time Jamaldeen gets a better kick, but still Kandy are stuck in that 22, and now again it will be Bahrain to go on the attack. I think Oliver will be hoping that he manages to get this line out correct, and this time he does, as the maul is set by Bahrain, and they look to drive forward, but Kandy is holding on. Well, holding on and managing to push back the Bahrain, as now they go on the short ball, give it to the center. He seemed to be held there, and yes, he was held, and now Bahrain take the tap and kick, and now Jansen chasing behind the ball with the opposition fly half to bring down. He does bring the man down well, but he does well to buy some time. Well, Kandy have won the advantage.
Referee has his hand up, and he will rightfully provide Kandy with the penalty advantage, as he indicates holding on by the Bahrain player. He wants to have a small chat with the Bahrain player as well.
Well, the Bahrain player was cynically holding on, in fact, and now he has been sent to the bin.
I think that is Bahrain's number 10. Luke Radley has been shown the card. That's a clear disappointment coming in from Bahrain. So Kandy Sports Club, once again, it will be a 13 on 14 contest at the moment.
As Jamaldeen looks, is still deciding on what they are to do, and he decides to go for touch.
Damit Disanayake with the line out. He's had a pretty decent day, but not the best of days for the hooker. He needs to get this one through. Goes for his short man, and Kandy on the forward surge.
Well, the referee has brought his arm out for a penalty advantage.
Here comes Jawad, and Jawad barges in. Ball still with Kandy. Good pressure coming in by the referee once again, penalizing the Bahrain pack for the infringement. So Kandy getting the penalty. They need to take this one on the quick, and they do so. Here comes the Kandy forwards. They try to work this one initially with the forwards. Javadana barges in, goes in a few meters. Has he made it? No, unfortunately, it has been held up. Very good piece of work by Jack Sale, the number 8 for Bahrain. Saving that try. Sashik Javadana, very unfortunate there for Kandy Sports Club.
Yes, he clearly had the advantage and he was going forward, but unfortunately he could not get the ball on the ground. And now, but saying that Kandy still have a 5-meter scrum, and they will be back to 14 as Ganuka Disanayake returns from the sin bin. He was sin bin for a yellow card, rather high tackle, and now he returns to make the scrum. An 8-man scrum, but they are still down with Tilina out, and it's now a 14 on 14 game as Kandy look to be going for a scrum.
The Kandy front row back in full strength. Ganuka Disanayake, Ashan Darling alongside Damit Disanayake. So they'll be looking to make the best effort from this scrum. Eshan Jensen has had a pretty good debut as starting number 9. There were a few ups and downs from the young schoolboy, but he's managed to hold on to that post. It's a big responsibility filling in the shoes of scrum half in Kandy Sports Club, taking into consideration the people who have represented the 9 jersey in the Kandy line.
Yes, I think it's a huge responsibility, but he seems to be faring well, and I think now he will be first looking to feed the scrum and get the ball correctly out. But saying that the scrum does not set. So the referee having a word with both front rows. We are all set to go again as Jansen will feed the 5-meter scrum down.
Good scrum coming in for Kandy. Jansen gets the ball out wide. Jamaldeen goes for his options in the center, and a long pass out to wing 3/4, and looks like the second try coming in for Kandy Sports Club. That is in fact Pereira scored in the try. In fact, correction, it was under the Vilvera once again, doing the magic for Kandy Sports Club.
Too fast on his feet, and he's unstoppable. He looked to step in and ran around the final defender. There was no chance there for the final defender. Well, that was...
There you go on your screens. Eshan Jansen with the ball. He sends out to Jamaldeen. Jamaldeen back to Pereira. Pereira understanding the loophole. Sends a long pass to Vilvera, and all he do a classic wing 3/4 side step, and scores the important try for Kandy Sports Club.
Yes, the opposition Winthree will not be happy with that piece of defending. So it'll be Jamaldeen to take the kick from the near touchline on a good angle, but unfortunately, like last weekend, he hits the upright and it stays out. So Kandy managed to cut the deficit, but still with a lot to play for Kandy.
I think referee Norman Rick also having a small say with Jamaldeen. He was adding that it was just like last week, mate, as Jamaldeen's kick hit the upright, but however Kandy managed to cut the deficit. So 18 points to 24, 48 minutes on the clock, and Bahrain to restart.
Bahrain this time decides to go deep. Kandy let the ball bounce, and the ball seems to be going dead, and yes, it does go dead. So now are the options for Kandy to attack from center field.
I think even in last week's encounter, the last 20 minutes of play was crucial for the Kandy side. It was the play where the team stepped up with the replacements coming in. They stepped up and they changed the game around. So here on it will be game time for Kandy if they want to change things around. And on not on your screens, both the Tilna Vijay Singh and the Bahrain fly half Radley are warming up, awaiting their time to get back onto the pitch.
So Jansen to feed the scrum on the 50-meter line. He gets the ball in, and the number 8 breaks. He looks to fend off the flanker. He does beat the first flanker and got out of the second tackle as well, but did not manage to get too far, as now Kandy again on the attack. The forwards showing some good ball handling there. The referee also getting in the way.
Jamaldeen once again looking for Wilbur from that kick, but however Bahrain managed to get hold of the ball, and the fly-off sends in a kick.
Jamaldeen manages to field the kick, and he sends an up and under. A good contestable kick there, but unfortunately there was nobody to contest along with him. And now Bahrain win the ball again from the kick. Because it's from the kick, they win a scrum. And now a little bit of argy-bargy there between the two teams, but nothing more than that. Well, the referee is having a word with his AR and seem to be consulting, bringing the Bahrain loose forward, and there seems to be a penalty far back. The referee is going back for a penalty in favor of Kandy, it looks like.
Replacements coming in for Kandy's favor as Tilna Vijay Singh joins the team, and they will be having a replacement at fly half. It will be the young Lakshita Ranavira taking on the shoes of the fly half position as Jamaldeen walks out of the field. I think this was a game changer for Kandy in the earlier week. I think Lakshita Ranavira and Heshan Jensen both have been playing together in the Kandy in their school colours for Kingswood College, and they are back again once again in this Kandy Sports Club outfit as Vijay Singh kicks that one deep.
Yeah, I think the two players are having a good chemistry between themselves, and they'll be hoping to bring some X factor into this Kandy team as well. As the lineout is being fed by Disha Nayaga. He goes number 2 and they knock it back, and now here's Ranavira with the first touch. He gives it to the big man. He managed to get the offload, and the second man as well gets the offload, and now Wilbur is brought down, but Veeraratna, will he go over on the line, on the touchline? He seems to have, and yes, the referee the AR is happy with that, and he seems to be avoiding the try.
It will be interesting to see the replay on this one. Gayan Viratne coming back from injury, scoring that important try. There you go on your screens. That was Jansen's pass, and here comes Ranavira sending it out wide to Dimitri.
I think the two offloads there were the X factor, as Wilver also managed to get the ball out, and here we see Gayan running down the touchline, and yes, I think that was good. That was a good try there.
So 2 tries coming in favor of Kandy, and this time around Tilna Vijay Singh back with his boot.
So Tilina with the touchline conversion. He seems to get some good purchase, and but unfortunately that too goes across the face. And now Kandy have cut the lead to just a single point. So this is a good second half display earlier on in the second half, as Bahrain are restored back to 15 men. Now it's game on for both teams. There was a knock on there, and the referee plays an advantage as the replacement scrum half gets his first touch, and now Bahrain back again on the attack. This time the fly half opts to go inside, gives it to the inside man, and the fly half himself has to go to the ruck. And now the scrum half shows and goes, but he's caught down. Now the hooker with it, trying to fend off one, but the defender hanging on for dear life on his leg. And now the ball is knocked on by Bahrain RFC, and it will be a Kandy scrum. There was a good passage of play for Bahrain, but unfortunately I think now a little bit of fatigue seems to be setting in, and their thinking seems to be letting them down, and their hands as well. So now I think if Kandy can capitalize, there will be a good game on here.
It was nice to see the Bahrain team doing a lot of charity work yesterday. They spent some time with the street kids at Child Action Lanka, showing their worthiness, as the referee has his hand up for an infringement.
The flank didn't seem to be bound there. The flank or some play in the scrum did not seem to be bound there, so the referee bringing play back, as Tilina now will get another chance to kick for touch. A good touch find there by Tilina Vijay Singh, and brings his team onto the 50-meter line.
Just to look at the statistics, Romario, a converted try here will win it for Kandy Sports Club, not only the match but also the championship. So it will be interesting to see who scores from this point onwards. Whoever scores should be able to have an upper hand in the match.
That looked cynically not straight, and rightly called there by the referee. The first man was standing still, and the hooker threw it straight to him. There was not a contest possible there, and rightly so the referee called it for the throw not being straight. So now it's position back again with Bahrain. I think Kandy will be really disappointed with that. A lovely bit of play there by the Bahrain three quarters, and now a cynical forward pass there been thrown. Unfortunate there by David Evans. Things seem to be heating up a bit here between the two teams, but the referee seems to be having things under control, as now it will be another turnover of possession, this time in favor of Kandy.
Replacements in the front row for Kandy as coach Sean Vijay Singh brings in Yaqub Ali in favor of Ganapati Sanayaka.
Jansen to feed the scrum. This time the number 8 breaks and gets it off to the nippy scrum half. He manages to get it to Thilina, but too much of traffic there and no chance of getting anywhere as Thilina is brought down, and now back again. Jansen gives it to the forwards. Some good hands shown there by the forwards as the second row gets an offload, and now the referee's hand is out for an advantage. Ranavira puts boot to ball, but there's no advantage as the referee brings back play for the tackler not rolling away. So another penalty here for Kandy, and now I think the tables are turning for Kandy.
Exactly, so I think the last 20 minutes of play should be crucial for Kandy, as I mentioned before, and Vijay Singh will definitely look for touch. He'll need to put his team in try scoring territory. And he rightfully does so, bringing his team inside the 22-meter line.
That was an excellent touch find there by Thilina Vijay Singh. He gets his team Kandy SC inside the opposition 22, and now it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Sanayaka has not had the best days with the lineouts. This time goes deep and once again makes the jumper there makes a mess of it, and referee will bring back a play for the initial knock on. So the lineouts are clearly not going in favor of Kandy. Mind you, Kandy also has Yaqub Ali in the pack, who could also throw.
Yes, and as we see that there seems to be a little change here for Bahrain RFC as the scrum is being fed, and the scrum half now clears to the fly half as he finds touch, looks to go for touch, and he finds a good touch, but still Kandy with possession and inside the Bahrain territory will be looking to work some magic here.
And looks like Kandy have made the change, or no, it will be Damit Sanayaka once again with the line out. The last two lineouts, of course, not going in Kandy's favor. And once again, mistake. Ops the prop forward, the number 16. He's off to a flying run here. This is number 16, Gibson Lindsay.
But now the referee has brought play back for a penalty, saying the tackler did not release, and now it's Bahrain on the attack. Things seem to be shifting from side to side, with position as well shifting from side to side quickly, but no team managed to get a score after the two early tries by Kandy, so it'll be interesting to see how things go from here on, as The touch finder is a horrible touch finder there by Phillips, the fullback. And now again, possession changes hands. Some good pressure coming there by Bahrain, but Jansen manages to clear the ball, and Tilina gives it a huge high kick there, and but still Bahrain with the ball, but now it's dropped, and Kandy win an advantage, knock-on advantage, and now they are with possession as the forwards go forward, but the referee brings back play for the knock-on. As both teams seem to be taking a bit of a breather here. Yes, even the referee is having some water and has brought the water for the players as well. A slight breather for everybody.
Kandy Sports Club, of course, playing without their key men. I think players such as Danushka Ranjan, Danush Dan, as well as final minute inclusion Srinath Surya Bandara are in South Korea ahead of the second leg of the Asia 7 series. Had they been there, it would have been a different game altogether. Sri Lanka set to play the second leg of the Asia 7 series starting tomorrow. They'll be playing the first match against Japan. Jansen with another feed as Kalhara sends that one through as Vijay Singh looks for space, and the hand comes up from the referee. It looks like a high tackle.
Yes, the tackle seemed to slide a bit up on Tilina as now it's a penalty for Kandy SC, and Tilina looks to go for touch.
Ramadisanaga had the last three lineouts not going in favor of Kandy Sports Club, and this time around it is of ultimate importance, utmost importance in fact, that he gets this one through.
Yes, and we can see the number 5 as playing the scrum half position, so they are surely going for a maul, but saying that Bahrain manages to get the maul down well. There seemed to be a hand there, but the left referees, yeah, well, now he brings play back for the penalty, hands in the ruck. So now again Kandy with the opportunity. It looked like the opportunity had slipped out of their grasp, but a silly error there helped Kandy as it lined for touch, but they decided to run it, and now here goes Kandy. Now with the chance to give it out to the line, and to the line it comes as Pereira this time he looked to go long, but he's caught, and now it seems like a maul is being formed there, and a collapse maul means the ball will be for Bahrain, and yes, it's a collapse maul and ball in favor of Bahrain. Some good defense there by the Bahrain three-quarter line there, holding up the player Pereira. He looked to pass, but he seemed to be in two minds actually. He looked to pass, looked to run, but decided to run and was held up. And now again another scrum in favor of Bahrain.
They're going into the final 20 minutes of play, and still it's anyone's game so far. 23-24 is the points, and just a single point separates the two teams.
So now it will be Bahrain scrum after feed the scrum. A good strong scrum here by the Bahrain forwards as its scrum half seems to be playing for a penalty. He's looking at the referee as well, asking for the penalty. And now the arm comes out for the penalty, and yes, it's a penalty. The Kandy forwards were no match there for Bahrain RFC, and now Bahrain win a penalty in their own half with a chance to kick for touch. A good touch finder there by Bahrain player, three-quarter player, and now it's Bahrain ball 5 meters inside their own half.
Quite a decent audience here at Mithawala. Although it's a Friday of work in there, we've seen a good turnover for the match. And clinical error there by the scrum half, knocks on the ball. So Kandy Sports Club once again with an opportunity. So clearly momentum not with the Bahrain side, and the host team will have the support of the ground spectators as well as they play it at the spectator stand.
Yes, I think momentum seems to be swinging in both directions of play. And now again another scrum. This has been quite a scrappy second half by both teams, not holding on to line-outs and reset scrums. And now Jansen, this time the ball squirts out of the scrum quickly, and no chance of passing it to the fly half, so he has to go to the wing three-quarter, Wilbur.
Here comes Yaqub Ali. Yaqub Ali goes into contact, but he manages to hold on. Kandy needs to hold on to position, and Ranavira kicks that one to the right side of his field. He couldn't mark it, the fullback there for Bahrain.
The wing three-quarter seems to be getting isolated here, and yes, Kandy seem to be pushing them over, winning the ruck, but reinforcements come back in time for Bahrain as they set, and now the scrum half will be looking to go for touch, and he's asking whether the ball is inside or outside the 22, but now he hasn't used it in time, and it's a scrum down for Kandy. Well, will that be a costly error there by the scrum half? He was told to use it once, use it twice, and there is no third chance as the referee blows for a scrum in favor of the opposition team, which is Kandy.
The fans here at Mithawala have opened up their voices. They clearly know that their team is at a commanding stage here. They need to support their team.
Jansen to feed the scrum on the far side, and now he clears it to Ranavira. Not a good pass, but Ranavira manages to get a lovely bit of scissor play there, and now again Jansen marshalling his troops, sends it out to Yaqub Ali. He manages to bump off the first tackle, and now a drop goal attempt by Tilina, which is straight wide unfortunately, and well, saying that there was a penalty advantage and that's why he went for it, and now Kandy have won. The referee has bought play back for that advantage. That's some good thinking there by Tilina, and now the referee will also have a word with the player who made the high tackle.
Plenty of rugby action coming to you over the next few months. We have the Asia 7 Series third leg kicking off in October, as Tilna Vijay Singh sends that one for a very good, gaining a very good amount of territory. Just a reminder, on the Asia 7 Series, the third leg will happen on the 14th and 15th of October here in Colombo at the Racecourse Stadium, and live pictures will be brought to you courtesy of ThePapare.com.
As Disanaika will be hoping against hope that he managed to find his target this time. An 8-man scrum there with Jansen playing scrum half. Correction, an 8-man line out with Jansen playing scrum half, and they go to the back. But now, again, Dissanayake has coughed the line out. This is a very scrappy play there by the hooker. A main role which is throwing the ball in to the line out, and he's not faring too well with it.
I think six lineouts have gone begging for Kandy, out of which 3 were in their 22-meter territory. And it's about time Coach Vijay Singh looks for his alternate options. They have Yaqub Ali who could throw in as well. They should consider changing Dissanayake. That's clearly costing Kandy their game.
But this time now, Kandy looked as if they were on the foot forward in the scrum, but the number 8 cleared it, and now the scrum half will be hoping to go for touch. He gets the box kick, does not go into touch, and now a chance for Kandy to counter. Tilina looks for his options, goes around 1, goes around 2, pops the pass to the winger. He drops it short, but I think that was the right decision there. He was not impeded by any means, and now it will be a line out for Bahrain with that kick traveling into touch on the full. This time Bahrain to throw with the line out. A good throw there, good collection, and they managed to set them all. I think fortunately they are playing in the wrong side of the field, territorial wise. Scrum still sending his forwards in, and now again another knock on. Well, it looked like the ball went forward, but saying that Kandy have switched off, and now here goes the Bahrain win 3/4. He sets it up, and now the forwards of Bahrain again on the front foot with Kandy players contesting, but losing out on the contest. Again the hooker with a good run there for Bahrain, and they set it up again, and now Bahrain with another chance. 10 minutes to go on the clock. Some good forward play there by the Bahrain RFC players. They are managing to make some headway forward. This time the scrum half tries, but he is caught on the spot. But now again the forwards go marching forward. And now the penalty seems to be coming Kandy's way. And yes, it is coming Kandy's way. Holding on, the penalty for holding on.
Vijay Singh searching for that ball. He was searching for that ball in that ruck. He shoved off one of the Bahrain players, and don't think the Bahrain players are too happy with that.
Yes, Tilina takes it quickly, takes a quick tap, and he sends it out wide. They will be looking to get the ball into.
That clearly was a high tackle coming in.
But the tackle, well, I thought it looked good. It did not slide up, and now the referee is going for the knock on.
But it looks like referee will have a. I think referees let that one go, so it will be a knock on.
Rightly so, the referee let that go on. The tackle looked clean around the chest area of the player. It did not slide up to the neck, and I think that's what saved the Bahrain player from conceding the penalty, as the players take a bit of a breather here.
There you go, a replay of that offense. That clearly looked like a high tackle. That was clearly a high tackle, but referees let that one go. That was number 22, Graham Bishop.
Is that could have gone either way, but the referee decided that it wasn't high, and he let things go forward as the scrum is being fed. And now Bahrain again with a chance to go forward and maybe win a penalty off the scrum. Yes, and a penalty they do win. Again, the Kandy scrum being shoved backwards. No chance of stopping this heavy Bahrain forward pack. And now will they look to go for the posts? Will they look to go for touch? It will be interesting to see. Well, and that's full time. Well. That caught us, everyone off guard, and now Bahrain winning the game 24 points to 23. Well, nobody saw this coming.
Exactly. I think the referee's time is the official timing, as referee Norman Dick calls it full time here at Nithawala. 23 points to 24. Kandy failed to win this one as full-time scores read 24 points to 23. Very unfortunate for the Kandy side. It was the clinical errors that cost the Kandy players the game. But however, Bahrain played showing a lot of valor and a lot of bravery coming here to Nithawala and securing a win against Kandy.
Of course, that was an absolute cracker here at Nithawala. Both sides not giving in, and Kandy only needed
The
one
game
try
looked
to
as
win
Kandy
Retail
got
to Windy.
the front foot in the start of the second half with 2 early tries, but both tries going unconverted meant they did not manage to get the win they needed. As we see the score breakdown, 23 points to 24, Bahrain winning.
And there you go, the official confirmation, 23 points to 24. And moving on to choosing the player of the match. I think we've had some good contributions from the Bahrain players. I think it was the playmaker Luke Radley played an important part in the game, but it was Davis Tui who was the change maker in the front row. I think Davis Tui was the player who turned things around in the front row and scoring that important try as well.
Yeah, I think the first half from the Bahrain forwards was immense. Their body weight told as Kandy were pushed back, their scrums, their line out, everything was pushed back, and the forwards managed to get an 11-point lead. And incidentally, Kandy scored 2 tries and cut that lead to 1. But that's all either team managed, as full-time score read 23-24 in favor of Bahrain RFC.
Exactly. So, yeah, player of the match from Bahrain RFC, Davis Tui, and that should be that Abu Dhabi Harlequins have won the Asia Western Club Champions League and retain the title successfully as they lead the points table. It was a good run from Kandy Sports Club, and at the end Bahrain RFC could have walked away with the win here at Nithawala. So 23-24 is the score, and as you can see on the screens, good sportsmanship shown by Kandy Sports Club, appreciating their visitors. They've come all the way from Bahrain. They've spent a few days with the Kandy players as well as a few other schools. They donated a few equipment for schools and they walk away with a win.
Yes, I think that was a good game of rugby and some good sportsmanship off the field as well by Bahrain as things come to a close here. Just a reminder about tomorrow's game. Aloysius will be taking on Richmond in their annual big match encounter, and that will be brought to you live on www.thepapare.com, Dialogue TV channel number 1 and My TV from 4 p.m. onwards tomorrow. So do catch us live tomorrow from 4 p.m. onwards. Wherever you're at the world, you can watch us on www.thepapare.com. So until tomorrow, this is Romario De Silva, Inshaf Kafur with the technical and production team signing off, and until tomorrow, have a good night and a pleasant evening.